If you're a nurse and you are sick and tired of working bedside, or maybe you're just this super fired up nursepreneur who is ready to take your experience and your passion to another level, I would love to talk to you about starting your very own niche recruitment and staffing business. Placing nurses, staffing nurses. I know you know about the business model. If you're not already traveling, you know someone who is. I know you heard about all the excitement and all the money that was being made during COVID. And now things have kind of settled down and the industry is starting to settle and move a little bit more. And there's space and opportunity for nurses like you to have your own niche recruitment and staffing business.
Still working my full-time job, wasn't seeing any growth, was frustrated, rethinking my decision on starting my business after I done put all this money into it. And then when I got serious, it got real. So I finally decided to put more time into my business than somebody else's business, and it got real for me.
But hold on. Because I don't want you to just I'm going to place nurses. And we do want that. But because the pandemic was so crazy and everybody started doing the same thing, I still want you to start a staffing business, but I want you to be super specific and really dive into your niche. So if you're a nurse and you are passionate about psych nursing, or if you're a nurse and you're passionate about med surg, or if you're a nurse and you're passionate about steps or PRN, or I don't know, if you're a nurse and you're passionate about a specific type of nurse, or physical therapy, right, or whatever, and that's your thing, and you have a network of people in that particular space, there's an opportunity for you to start your very own niche recruitment and staffing business.
Today, I would really like to give a shout out and thanks to my staffing coach, Ms. Dee Williams. This beautiful lady has helped me build and launch my own staffing business from the ground up. She has changed so many lives, such as mine, through sharing her 25 years of staffing knowledge and the creations of step-by-step courses. Launching my staffing business this year has been a dream come true and would not be here if it weren't for this lady.
And this is where you want to invest your money in order to create a legacy for you and your family. This is a billion-dollar business model, okay? A billion-dollar business model. AMN started 20, 30 years ago with zero, and now they're a $5 billion agency, and they only have up to 17% of the market share, which means there is a lot of space to play. Don't let anybody fool you and tell you that it's crowded. It's not crowded just yet. There is still space for you. Elsa.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Elsa, can I still share your news with the world or no?
You could share my news with the world.
Okay, so can you share your news with the world instead?
Okay, so you want me to hop on the call today? Is that it?
Well, I'm live now. You're going to kick my ass. I'm live now. I just wanted to make sure that I could actually share it with the world because it's such big news. I didn't want to I know you say yes, but it's such big news. So I wanted to make sure that I could say something. So I'm calling you to confirm, that I can say something. So yes, I can say something.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so y'all, Elsa is one of my staffingpreneurs. She took my setup course last year. She came into my boot camp class in November. Elsa is a seasoned staffingpreneur, according to her. She complained through my boot camp of how seasoned she was and how she wasn't sure if she could pick up on things. And I assured her a million times over that she got this and she could do that. That was in November of last year. This week, I called Elsa to ask her questions about something totally different. And she's like, Coach, I really meant to jump on the call this week. I've got to tell you something. I said, what do you have to tell me? Elsa, do you want to tell them?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell them.
Can I go?
Yeah, tell them.
Okay, so from the end of January to last week, we have built over $1 million.
I know y'all heard that. She said from January until last week, she has built over $1 million. That is in 3 months. Give Elsa some love. I don't even know what my client, I gotta find my hand claps. What was you gonna say, Elsa, while I found my handshakes? What are you gonna say?
And the beautiful thing about it, Miss B, is when I called you about the sale rate on that contract and I went back and renegotiated the rate.
Yep.
I built over $1 million and half of that is my profit.
Hey, that's what I'm. So I want to invite you to take a moment to read the information that I provided to you below. Click on the link that I provided below. Schedule a time. Just even schedule a time to just talk to me about the business model if you're serious. If you're serious, you already have some time and some finances to really bring this business idea to life, and I mean really bring it to life. Do me a favor, schedule an appointment. Let's talk about it and get the ball moving. I'll come out to you. We'll get the business going and make some magic happen before the new year. You know you want to make some magic happen before the new year. So I look forward to working with you. I'm Dee Williams, and I help professionals set up, scale, run, start, launch, all that great stuff. Their very own niche recruitment and staffing business. And I'm gonna tell you something, I love my nurses because they do so well in my program. All right, so I look forward to working with you too, and schedule your appointment. Let's get started.
I place various nurses in contracts across the country. I started with Nursepreneurs back in May. Made my first placement in May, and now here we are 1 month later. I ended up with 6 nurses. I billed out $82,000, $82,142.39 to be exact. Yes, I know the exact number because I'm gonna tell you, I am trying to duplicate that every single month. Needed to find a job. Now, we all know jobs are hard to find as a new grad, but back then it was even worse. So pandemic hit, it was easy for the new grads, but for me it was really hard, so I decided to leave California, my home state, and go work somewhere else, and people thought I was crazy because like, this is where the money's at. Like, why would you leave? But everything else is expensive. The cost of living is expensive. Even though you have a great salary, you got traffic and you got this, you got that. So I started applying at like Midwest, down south, and ended up getting a job in Springfield, Missouri, where they paid for my family to move out. They set us all up, so it was an awesome experience. Became a charge nurse in like 3 months after leaving nursing school, but I still had that nursing background already, so it wasn't that hard to transition. And then I became a travel nurse after about 3 or 4 years, and specialized in critical care, float nurse. To vacation. I love the beach. Like I just came back from a nice little beach. I literally go every month on a vacation. Awesome. So
I like that.
I just flew from Aruba to last night and came here to be with you guys, but I had to figure out a way because I was burning myself out working all these hours at the hospital to take 2 weeks off. So my mother, my entrepreneur mother, all my life was like, you need to do this and you need to do So really, I'm like, I just need my paycheck. Like I don't want to do all this extra stuff. I just want to work, get my paycheck, and do me. But then that's not going to support my lifestyle forever because you get burnt out as a nurse, right? So I wanted to step into staffing.
had to find me somebody to teach me. You invest in yourself. If you want to be successful, you need to invest in yourself. I don't know, you know, it could cost a lot of money, right? But at the end of the day, it's going to teach you what you need to know. So you have to pay the experts to teach you what you want to know. So I started researching and I found the fabulous Dee Williams.
Yes.
And I read about her, watched a couple YouTube videos. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do this. So I did it. And it was a great experience because, like I said earlier, she's a motivator. She wants you to win. You know, she's not just taking your money and be like, okay, well, you didn't do that. She was on me. Like, listen, this is what you need to do. Okay, you don't want to do that? Okay, well, I'm going to be calling you next week. So it was somebody to hold me accountable. Then I launched. So that was April 2019. And then I ended up launching in November 2019. And from November to March, it was really slow. I had no idea really what I was doing. I just knew that this is what I had to do, right? So then the pandemic hit and then everything went up from there. But it's been a great experience. Without this group, without being a staffingpreneur, no way I would have made it. So you guys are at the right place at the right time. If this is something that you really want to do, being in this group right here, you're going to make it. So 3 years, coming up on 3 years, over 3 million I've made, and I am literally,
Yes, give us some love for that.
I am literally well on my way to definitely 6 million by the end of this year.
Oh, wow.
And it's been a process, you know what I mean? But you stay in the game and you utilize your resources. You know, make sure that you get all that you can get and just do the things right the first time. First year, I didn't really, if I would have done it right, because you know, second year, you're supposed to be beating the first year, but like it took me a minute to really gain momentum and make money, even in the pandemic. But that's because I was playing catch up. You know what I'm saying? So if you start off right, that first year, that second year, you're gonna move like you're supposed to move. A business is supposed to elevate each year. So this is definitely, the third year is my best of all years, even without the pandemic. So I'm here, and I'm definitely a success story for being a staff independent.
That's awesome, man. All right, I love that.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, you know what? If I don't start now, I'll be 60-something years old walking on these floors taking care of patients, and that ain't about to happen.